So would you believe this is where he was murdered?
Police reopened a decades-old investigation in 2017 concerning the death of a toddler named Emmon Harper in the late 1980s. He was last seen dead inside a straw hamper right in this exact location. Emmon was repeatedly beaten, starved, and confined in a closet by the monster cult leader, Anna Elizabeth Young. Joy Fluker, Anna's daughter, helped revive this case, revealing the decades of cruelty her mother had concealed behind the doors of her house of prayers.
Would you have put someone in a closet, for instance, in a timeout?
No, I didn't never do anything like that. Never.
This grandma's lofty ideals would crumble against the gruesome evidence from her religious cult, revealing one horrifying truth. Emmon was not Anna's only victim.
I don't want you to apologize for anything because I'm not going to.
Okay.
It all started back in 1983 when Anna Young established a cult called the House of Prayer with her husband, Robert Davidson, in Micanopy, Florida. However, Robert died in a truck accident at a junkyard shortly after forming the cult. The couple built this compound to provide religious guidance and shelter to troubled adults and children. But following Robert's death, Anna intensified her abuse and transformed her shelter into a house that led to the disappearance of multiple children. According to the investigative reports, Anna murdered at least 2 children between the 1970s and 1990s. In November of 2017, the detectives uncovered Anna's harrowing tale of terror after receiving an allegation of child abuse from her daughter, Joy Fluker, in 2016. What follows is an interrogation during which the investigators begin to unravel a series of discoveries that could be scenes straight out of a horror film.
And so he would have been adopted, understanding it's not a legal adoption, that someone was helping care for him. Around what year do you think Jonah passed? And you said 88?
89, near the end of March is when he died. Maybe the end of 88 or around 89. Somewhere between the latter part of 88 and somewhere around, because I know it wasn't long after Brother John had passed. And I know he passed in 88.
And so
I can't pinpoint whether it was the latter 88 or around 89, somewhere in there.
So you were the biological mother, Jonah was the biological father, correct? And then you didn't know who the adoptive parents were for Moses?
It wasn't no adoption like that. It wasn't no legal adoption.
Right, people cared for it.
Yeah.
So you never met them, you said?
Beg your pardon?
You never met them?
No, I never met them. And it wasn't no birth mother like me.
You're his birth mother, or natural mother, or not?
No, I'm not.
Okay.
I'm not.
Do you know who you adopted him?
Yeah, I don't know. I never knew who his birth mother was. Me and Brother John, we never knew who his birth mother was.
Oh.
You don't say that.
Because it says here from the nurse that she observed.
The nurse. Oh,
Notarized letter from nurse Sandra.
What's her last name?
Sandra Medina?
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
Think she helped deliver?
Yeah, well, she might have done that, but I didn't birth him.
Okay.
She just gave
So, now I'm confused.
Where
did
Moses?
See, this is why
I understand what
I was taking notes, because I was telling Mr. Miller, I'm sorry, but I'm a little confused. And he said, well, you come in and you can ask the questions when we do the audit. So I'm sorry if I'm so simple.
No, it's a confusing situation. It's a confusing situation because we wanted a child, we got the child and everything like that as a baby, as an infant, a little child, as a little boy rather. And we signed the papers and everything, being the legal parents and everything like that, through her, which was a nurse.
Okay, so through this, how did that come to be?
I don't know. And that was something that she did for us.
Okay.
And that was his, I think he was maybe close to 2 or something like that.
Okay. Yes, she signed the paperwork in March of '88, so that would have been a couple of years. So he was 2 when you got him. So he was
something like
a cute little guy.
I think so. And a sweet little baby, smart too.
So Brother Adam, Adam Poe, you said? And that's his real name or his church name? Because that's the other part. It's confusing.
His church, yeah. Well, everybody, what happened, everybody, because it was, I can't remember. I cannot remember. I really can't.
You don't know what his real name was?
I don't know what they called, what he was, because I don't know anything about his parents or anything.
Now, how about Adam? Brother Adam, is Adam his real name? Or is
that was his
church name?
That was his church name. That's what, he called himself. Because, the kind of ministry that was down there was more like a...
Even though Emmon was the adopted brother of Anna's daughter, Joy, Anna shows a chilling disregard for the she put him through. The way she talks about Emmon seems like the toddler was just a disposable tool to her. And that's not all. Instead of taking any accountability, what Anna is about to say next would make one's blood boil with disgust.
And people that had needs, women had needs, men had needs, and sometimes they had children and different things like that. But we didn't have no lot of children there. It was just 2 children there, 3 children with Joy, periodically. But we had a little school there, so different people came, but their children left. They didn't just live there. They came in and out like that. And some of the people that came there didn't live there either. People was coming there for food, and we had a food pantry, worked for the, when they had those government food, y'all are young, but they used to have government food pantries where if you work in the food pantry, they would donate food to the church, and they would donate the cheese and all that kind of stuff, And so we would go around to people's homes, seeing if they need different things and stuff like that, So a lot of things, when people, people knew we kept people, so a lot of people would say they probably out there or whatever, or if somebody saw something out there concerning, different people, then they would come there looking for them. So we had that kind of interest.
Yeah, being from Florida and having to go look at this stuff, one of the first things we do is pull all the police reports. So I know what you're talking about. People were making calls. I saw a lot of this stuff. Yeah,
just recently, my daughter, I have 2 daughters, and one of my daughters, she was investigated by the FBI because of some stuff that somebody in my family said. So it's a lot of stuff that I've had to deal with down through the years. I even went to jail. A lot of stuff I've had to deal with. Yeah.
Let me just clarify something here that's on my mind. You were giving money, the money you were receiving that, and you were passing that on to Elder Adams?
Yeah, I did for a period of time.
Okay, and that was to help out, obviously, with the boy, or the expenses for the boy. When did you stop providing that money?
I know maybe after 4 or 5 years, something like
5 years.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you did that consistently every month for 4 or 5 years. And so you would give him cash, and he would take the cash, or did you do it?
I don't know how he did it, but I would have it because I was having my money deposited in an account, and the money was being taken out of my account.
Okay.
So maybe that's where the 2 accounts come from. Now, I mean, I don't know. I'm just thinking now, because things come back to your mind as you keep asking me questions and everything. But I do know that I didn't continue doing that I didn't continue doing it all the time, because like when you said, did I get a letter or something saying, and all like that, I never got a letter like that. But I do know that I didn't always give all of that money.
Okay.
So that's a fact. That's the truth.
Okay. I'm going to show you a letter here. I just want you to tell me if you got this letter.
Yeah, I think I got a letter like this for Joy and him.
Yes, you would have. Yes.
Yeah, I believe I got a letter. I don't believe I got a letter. Okay, yeah, because I remember that post office box there. But I do remember that I got something showing no more money would be allowed for both of them.
Because when they turn 18, it stops. When the child turns 18.
Yeah, well, I do remember letting me know that it was going to stop. I do remember that.
But you were getting it deposited into that account up to that point, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, sure, yeah.
Okay. And for the first, I think you said about 4 years after he left, you were giving the money to Elder Adams to give to the family taking care of.
I was giving it to Elder Adam, and I did, and then I'm just trying to make sure about Sandra.
Sandra. You said Sandra.
She was the one that let us get the child.
Okay.
The detectives are getting stunned each time Anna opens her mouth. Instead of showing remorse for starving Emmon and depriving him of basic care, she has the audacity to shift the blame onto her daughter, Joy. However, it is at this moment the detectives would pressure Anna to break the ice and spare the details of what she did to another toddler, Katonia Jackson, whose abuse started around 1984.
In a police report in Gainesville in the hospital.
Oh, I don't know her.
You know? At the hospital.
Oh, no.
And her address was at...
That's not my child.
Okay.
Oh,
the
no.
police report says that... Somewhere here, I have to dig through it.
No,
it says that you were her mother, and they used... They put in the report young. Because I even have... I even have her exam, and it says...
Think of her mother.
See how confusing this was for me?
How confusing it's getting for me, too. No. Her mother...
What happened to this poor girl, by the way?
I know she had seizures. She used to have seizures. She was a little girl. And her mother lived there too. She lived there with her mother.
Oh, okay.
Both of them lived there together. But I'm trying to think of her.
Who was her mother?
I'm trying to think of her mother's name. But her mother's last name wasn't Young. But as her mother's name?
As that you were her mother.
Oh, no. No.
Maybe there was a misunderstanding.
I don't know what it was, but I'm not her. I wasn't her. I never, I only had 2 daughters.
Okay.
Joy and Terrence. Them are the only 2 daughters I birthed. I only had them. I know what you're talking about now. I know the little girl that you're talking about because she used to have seizures. And what they call grandma seizures. And I remember she got sick and took her to the hospital because I went to the hospital with her. And she stayed in the hospital.
Okay.
But we didn't have we didn't have no problem with that because whatever happened, they knew what kind of illnesses she had or whatever, But her mother, I can't think of, but I don't know how my name got on there.
Yeah, there's actually a report that says an investigation because it was suspicious. I guess she had bruises on.
Oh no, we didn't. They never. I never was investigated about her as far as bruises and nobody never even talked to me about her. Or if they did, they didn't talk to me. Maybe they talked to somebody else, one of the brothers or somebody else there. But they never did confront me about her. But she was not my child. But that was another,
Another tragic situation,
It sounded like.
So, from on face value, it looks like, there's all these kids. Because she's listed with your last name in the records.
But she's not. She's not my child, and she's not.
And this is why Mr. Miller said, well, you come on up and you can ask her face to face. So that's always the best way.
Well, I don't know who. I mean, anybody knows she wasn't none of my child. I mean, I never had another child.
Okay.
I never had.
Us the list.
But I mean, I gave you the list, but if you looking at something else, you're gonna choose to believe what you want to believe.
Right.
And it don't make me no difference what you believe about that paper. I know that I did not birth that child, but I do know that she got sick and she went to the hospital a couple of times and I remember they put her on some medication, but her mother was living right there. Her mother was there, and I just can't think of her mother's name.
While we're chatting, if it pops up, just let me know, because that would help
Well, if
me.
it pop up, I could tell, whatever's going to happen, I'll let you know anyway. Because sometimes you can go get in your car and then come back or whatever.
And you've got my number, you've got the letter, it's got my number on it, you can call me.
I didn't give you that letter back.
No, ma'am, I left it with you.
No. I wasn't involved with her as far as a parent.
So, was she living at the church?
Her mother and her came there because her mother had a need at that time. She was going through some changes, and anyway, she came there, and her mother was there, and her mother was, there doing everything that happened as far as her being sick and stuff,
So who tended to her when she'd get sick?
Her mother.
Oh, okay.
Your mother stayed there.
She lived on the property.
She lived there. It wasn't like we was keeping.
Anna never bothers to skim through the details of what she did to Katonia Jackson. To put it bluntly, Anna simply treated her so-called shelter as a ground for young toddlers like Katonia. John Neal, who was Katonia's older brother and a survivor, gave a gruesome account of how she treated him and his sister at this chamber. In one instance, Anna savagely whipped John 33 times when he was 7 years old, leaving permanent scars on his back and a couch soaked in blood. According to the survivor testimonies, John was beaten so severely that he was almost going to die. From all the evidence, it's very clear that Anna would hit Katonia on her legs and feet repeatedly. On top of that, she would force Katonia, a child barely 2 to 3 years old, to run in circles while chanting the name of Jesus. But that isn't the end of it. Anna, being her sadistic self, would beat both John and Katonia with extension cords if they ever failed to comply with the punishments. As a result, John bore several scars across his body, and part of his ear was missing. Moreover, when Katonia began having seizures caused by her injuries, Anna denied her medical care, and it was because of this seizure disorder Katonia passed away in 1984. Now, when the detectives revisit Emmon Harper's abuse, more disturbing details begin to resurface.
Was there ever like a timeout area for any of the little kids to, you know?
Oh yeah. Well, yeah. I would, like timeout is like you sit over there or you stand in the corner. That kind of timeout. That was the timeout thing.
Was anybody, and were they ever left in a room alone when they were in timeout, or
in a room alone?
Any kind of little like area like this, or just by themselves, or in a little, like a storage room or something like that by themselves?
They might have been left but not where they could do any harm to themselves, not where they could hurt themselves. I mean, it might have been, I can't remember everything, but I can tell by how I am now and have been with some of my grandchildren. Like I have a little granddaughter now, even when she was 4 or something and all like that, I would say, you sit in that chair, and I might go in the kitchen or go in the basement. So she would be, but I wouldn't like leave her there for hours and hours. I would still check to make sure she was safe, But
So you never would have put, or, I'm just going to ask, would you have put someone in a closet, for instance, in a timeout?
No, I didn't never do anything like that. Never. I didn't put Joy or any of them in no closet. I never did anything like that. No. I wouldn't have no, when children are little, there's too many other ways, to deal with them. Even with my grandchildren and everything like that, there's different ways that I deal with them, but it's more or less, you can't have this, or you can't have that, and then sometimes they say they want to go home, and I say, yeah, and I want you to go home too. Want me to call your parents up? That kind of conversation, with them and everything like that. But Joy, I'm going to tell you something. Part of the real discipline, I didn't deal with the real discipline, and I didn't order nobody. I don't believe nobody would have listened to me order anything evil like that for the risk of getting their own self in trouble, and everything. But like I said, I know that brother, when the incident happened and, Joy had, I know I did say, and I don't know if I said it the way I'm saying it now, but I do know that I did want him to be disciplined. I don't know if I said he needed a whooping. Right. I might not be saying it right now, but I know I did want him to be disciplined. Right. But I didn't say you got to whoop him or this one got to whoop him and all like that, So a lot of things happen that I don't even know anything about because I wasn't there all the time. I traveled. I went places. I was in evangelistic ministry. I traveled. I went to different places, and I wasn't even there when other people was, there in charge. So a lot of things happen. But I don't know of nobody that did anything evil to anybody. I don't know no person that did anything, in relationship to what Joy is talking about.
Every single confession from Anna seems like a lie. While she keeps denying putting Emmon in a timeout, the detectives are already aware of something much more gruesome. Forensic reports reveal that Emmon was repeatedly starved and beaten, then quarantined in a closet by Anna. It was the cult members who discovered Emmon's lifeless body inside Anna's closet. Now that the investigators are making Anna recount her marathon of abuse, another confession is about to shock them even more.
Died at the church, or he was taken to a monastery somewhere, or in another sent to another country. Does this ring a bell?
Oh, but I don't know that name. I don't know nobody's name. There, her and her mother came there, and she had a little boy, but he wasn't no baby. He wasn't no little baby.
Okay.
He was like preschool, 4 or 5 years old, and she left with him. The mother left with him. Like left him somewhere and came back, or because this is the story we're getting on that. Her and her mother left together. I don't know if she left him with her mother or what, but she left.
No, this boy was taken to where the heck was it? There's one story that he went to Puerto Rico. That's it.
Oh, I don't know nothing about that. I don't know nothing about that. I don't know. I know the mother left, like brother, a couple of times. She stayed there with us. She left a couple of times. Then she came back. People would leave and come back if they got
no babies that you.
No baby. You talking about like
toddlers or?
Now this little boy, he was maybe about 4 or 5 years old. But I'm saying he left with his mother and his grandmother.
They were together, though.
And then it was a sister, I can't think of her name either, Lord. But it was it was a mother.
I look at my notes.
It was two. It was one, 2. Altogether it was 4 of them that came there at the same time. Then it was a lady that came there, her and her husband came there, and they had 6 kids. But they only stayed, they could, something about they rent or something. Anyway, they came there, they only stayed maybe a week or 2. And then they came back and forth to the church and to the school.
If this was a picture I actually got, I thought I had this. It's not related to this, so here's the baby.
Oh, wow, man, I ain't even never seen him at that age.
So, do you know who?
I know her. That's the mother.
And what's her name?
Priscilla.
Okay. Sister Priscilla?
Mm-hmm.
Do you know her real name?
Mm-mm.
Okay, yeah, because that's...
But he wasn't no baby like that. That must be when he was born or something.
Okay. And what happened to him?
She left with him. Her and her mother left, she left, and they had another sister that was maybe Joy's age or maybe older. They left. They never came back. She came back and then she left.
Oh, okay, so Priscilla came back.
And then she left.
Now, who was she married to? So
I don't know.
Tell me someone she was married to. But yeah, so...
Yeah, I remember her. Yeah. Yeah, I remember her. But he wasn't that tiny, because that looked like a baby when they came in.
So he was older when they... Do you know where they took him to?
No, because they just left. You know, like this is where some people would just leave. I didn't even know when they left. They would just leave, and you know, a lot of people came there and just came and left. I don't know. I didn't get involved with all that. Where you going and questioning them. They just left when they wanted to leave. They went where they wanted to go.
So here comes the question that's probably gonna not make you happy.
Ain't nothing you said made me happy.
Nothing I'm saying is making you happy, I know that.
How can I be happy over all these things that you're saying?
So, did you ever order Sister Priscilla to take that baby and get rid of him?
What? Yeah, that ain't made me happy, but it just... You mean, did Joy really tell you all of this stuff?
Mm-hmm.
A child told you.
We'll move on to the next.
No, I'm just saying when she left, Joy couldn't have been no more than about 9 or 8. I'm just trying to understand.
Right.
I'm just trying to understand how could she build up such hate and viciousness to make the church seem as bad. Yeah, we made a lot of mistakes, but not like what she's not the criminal, evil. A lot of people whip their children, and maybe the intent is not to kill or to destroy or make it seem like that. And everything that you're saying is me. I'm the vicious person.
Yeah.
I mean, not you saying it, but my daughter is my own flesh and blood.
Yeah,
who I've taken.
Marcos Cruz was another toddler, aged 2 to 3, who suffered regular beatings and starvation at the hands of Anna. He was the son of Sabrina Hamburg, who was one of the members of the House of Prayer. Sabrina considered Marcos to be full of the devil, as his skin tone was different from that of Sabrina's forced marriage partner. Just like Emmon, Anna would confine Marcos in a small closet for days without any food or water. In December 1984 or 1985, Anna forced Sabrina and another follower to dress Marcos in pink girls' clothing and abandon him outside a Catholic church in an impoverished San Juan, Puerto Rico neighborhood, after which his whereabouts remain unknown. But Anna, with her fabricated excuses, never brings light to any of these incidents. When the detectives dig deeper, they are about to discover that the abuse stretches far beyond what Anna claims.
And you made up the whole...
That ain't shocking me because Terrence already told me that's what she said to the.
Yeah. What about this whole? You made up this whole business of her going missing, that she's really dead?
She's lying. Joe wasn't even born. She don't know what she's talking about. I don't know what. It was a time. Excuse me.
And I mean,
it was a time.
And that's.
When things happen, and you got this is the only thing, a trail of stuff happening in your life. A trail of stuff happening in your life involving children. It's just like, it's a story my grandmother used to say, the little boy called, you laugh so much that when you telling the truth, don't nobody believe you.
Right.
And it can be like, you've been involved in so many different things in your life that was bad, that people don't even believe you. And so when things come up and you really didn't have anything to do with them, things are the cause, and that's a pain. Because I became impotent. I lost my sight. I couldn't see. I had to go to, all kind of stuff happened to me.
And I did hear that.
I blamed myself for not keeping up with the children. Mm-hmm. I blamed myself and everything. And then I had a brother. I wish he was alive sitting here because he would tell you the truth now. But I had a brother that, he's gone so y'all can't hurt him, but he was a drug dealer. And he got in trouble with the law. And he actually told me that he was going to say different things against me if I didn't give him the money to pay for his lawyer. Now, he changed down through the years, but he said that to me.
And he's passed away, you said?
He passed away 3 years ago. That's why I say I wish he was here, and everything. But it's a lot of things. All the things that's being said about the church incidents and everything like that, some of them I've never heard until Terrence. The things that you're saying today, I never heard some of those things because Joy never uttered them to me. She never uttered them to me.
You said your other daughter was spoken to by the FBI about...
She told me.
That's what she said.
See, I wasn't there, but
I think any advice I could give you, if they come asking you a question, I'd be just as open with them as you have been with us.
I will be.
I think that's a wonderful thing. I mean, I'm not even, you can, I'll let you talk to them about that.
Well, this is what I, like I told you a few minutes ago. What's your name?
Leslie.
Like I told you, and Mr. Miller is listening, like I told you, it's just like God in the Bible. People can believe what they want to believe. If people don't believe in God, I have a son that don't believe in God. If people believe what they want to believe. So all I can say is that you and Mr. Miller, Leslie, you believe what you want to believe, the FBI, but God knows the truth.
Absolutely.
So if I have to be punished because of lies and allegations that a daughter who I loved and raised the best that I knew how, and it was strict raising, but my daughter traveled, she had plenty of food to eat and everything. The only thing I didn't want her to do is the things that she did right there on the church grounds. And so if she want to condemn me and lie on her own mother who loved her, if that's what she want to do, all I can say is I got Bible for this. Because the Bible says that it will come a time when children will become against their parents and they'll even take them before the law. So all I can say is that I was in jail before. And when I was in jail, all I did was pray and try to encourage the lesbian girls not to be lesbian. I was attacked viciously in jail. I had to be moved because I was physically attacked. But I'm telling you, at 75 years old, whatever I got to go through, I can go through it.
Yeah.
I can go through it. You know why? Because God is with me. And I know that.
And I believe that. And I believe that.
I know that.
I believe every word of what you just said, and I think that's an honorable position to take.
I know that.
Anna is trying her hardest to cover up the brutality to which she subjected her stepdaughter, Catherine Davidson. Just like the rest of the victims, Anna continuously beat Catherine and kept her bound in a closet in the 1970s. Her siblings heard desperate scratching noises from the closet that eventually went silent, indicating she likely perished either from starvation or suffocation. And just like Marcos, Catherine vanished in thin air without a trace on September 1st, 1973 at the age of 6. Furthermore, in 1992, Anna was placed on the wanted list for reportedly abusing another 12-year-old girl named Nikki Nicholson. Anna abused Nikki by bathing her in scalding hot water with bleach and then keeping her tied to a bedpost. She apparently did this to prevent Nikki from tampering with her open sores and to burn some of the evil out of her. And in a more horrifying turn, the cult members pinned Nikki down until blisters formed and her skin peeled away, leading to second-degree burns. Nikki passed away on April 19, 2015, after years of suffering from her injuries sustained from this abuse. Now that these horrors have come to light, things are about to get a bit more interesting. Just when the police arrive at Anna's place to arrest her, Anna reveals a different side, a side perhaps to resist arrest. But justice would ultimately determine whether Anna's lies granted her any leniency.
But let me say something.
Please.
I am intelligent and I know I'm old.
Highly intelligent, we know that.
But I know I'm sick too. You ain't in my body.
No matter how hard Anna tried to throw her pity party, the jury remained grounded in its verdict. Anna had already served 6 months of jail time right after being charged for abusing 12-year-old Nikki Nicholson at Alton, Illinois in 1992. However, in November of 2017, Anna was charged with second-degree homicide for the killing of Emmon Harper and was sentenced to 30 years in prison on February 17, 2021. For Katonia Jackson's death in 1984, Anna pleaded guilty to manslaughter and received a concurrent 15-year sentence. However, shortly after getting sentenced, Anna passed away on March 31, 2021 at the age of 79.